Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Elisa, and yeah, I guess I am gonna do another reading for the holidays. Uh, as with most holiday seasons, it seems like there's a lot of bombs going off in the atmosphere. So, okay, I'm starting with Mystical Shaman and got the arrow, and we got 52. Or the standstill. So this is a really interesting message, and I was kind of actually like thinking this to myself, like so the arrow is like, it's kind of like when you're sort of like in alignment with the highest good in the universe, you know, like you will like release your intention into the universe and it will be guided and it will hit its mark. So it's kind of like you know, they talk about all these sort of like guided missiles, you know, it's kind of like that. But it's like, you know, guided by unseen forces in the spiritual realm, let's say. So we have that going on. And then we have standstill. So this is really interesting because this really speaks to like, I think especially in the modern world that we live in, there's really a temptation to, you know, try to work harder, work faster, like try to like orchestrate these sort of controlled outcomes. But really, the most sustainable outcomes are when you do them like in partnership with the universe or the spiritual realm, where you're in alignment with the highest good, because then it's like if you kind of like do all the work within yourself and remove whatever blockages or limiting beliefs or, you know, whatever's going on with yourself, like you're naturally going to attract that outcome to yourself over time, you know. So it's like the whole trick to it is that it's not about like trying to claw and force some sort of outcome. It's about turning inward and figuring out where you're not in alignment with whatever goal you're trying to achieve, and then doing that work within yourself to sort of like remove those obstacles, and then just being still and allowing that to like naturally happen, you know. And so I was like thinking this to myself because it's just like, you get to these points, I think, when you do that, where like you notice that it's sort of like you're kind of not vibrating with your external environment anymore. Like something's changed where you're just like, I'm not on the same page with that person anymore. Or, you know, like, wow, like you talk to people who, you know, you used to really be in sync with, and you realize like something's changed, you know. And so it's just sort of like, it's like not even a dramatic thing, but like certain parts of your environment fall away, and then like a new environment just emerges. So it's really, this really goes along with the reading that I did a couple days ago, and it was like an aha moment leads to a breakthrough, where it's just sort of like, I mean, there's different ways to approach it, because some people will like just kind of go for the dramatics, and they're going to attract a totally different outcome, you know. Whereas like we're all kind of each our own sort of like universe, and we're going to attract naturally what's in sync with that. And so it's almost like there's all this drama, but like if you've kind of like come to peace with where you are, like don't really worry about it, because it's just sort of like the things that aren't resonating are just naturally falling away. And it's whether it's a matter of your drama or their drama or whatever, I mean, if you're kind of at peace, like you're not really, it's not really your drama. Like it's just kind of like you're sitting am watching it all play out almost. Like, it's like, wow. It's like I have a whole different perspective on drama. Like, for me, that's like the aha moment. It's just like, you know what? Like, I used to always, like, when that would happen, like, I would feel bad about it. Like, oh my gosh, like, I have to make these people happy, or I have to, you know, and it's just like, no, I don't. Because this isn't my drama. Like, I can just totally let it go, and like, we'll all evolve in the way that we're meant to, and like, go where we're supposed to go. And like, I don't need to worry about it, you know? And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, why didn't I see this before? That's kind of the aha moment I'm having right now. Okay, so we got, interesting that these cards that came out with the Woodland Wardens match, and that they have this blue background. So to me, it's like there's a lot of emotion being released right now. Hold on, I'm gonna answer this. Yeah, so anyways, it's like there's blue, a lot of blue here. So to me, it's like there's like a lot of emotions being released in this moment. But we have the Trout and Lily of the Valley, which is like purification. And we have the Spider and Passion Flower, creative ingenuity. So, I mean, I'm really getting this like rebirth energy, because there's like the shedding of like what no longer serves, and it's like happening kind of like all of a sudden, just like it's just falling away, you know. And then that's like making room for this rebirth, for this creative ingenuity. And so like a redesign, like, and so there's like this sort of like refreshment with it. But also what's interesting is because we have all this blue, you know, and in this card it's the same color, but on this card it's like water, and in this card it's air. So that's very interesting as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to another deck. I might go to the Nightmare Before Christmas, because it is, I mean, probably by the time this gets posted, it's probably going to be Christmas, or pretty dang close to it. So let's see what we get here. So the Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. So 3 of Candles and Death. So, oh my gosh, this is really similar to what I was just speaking to. So death, obviously, death and rebirth, you know, the old world is ending, and there's a new world rising out of the ashes of that. And that was another reading. It was something about next generation, something that I'm going to... And then we have the 3 of Candles, the 3 of Wands, which is like, it's sort of like manifesting, like seeing your vision off in the future. And it's like, it's not here yet, but like you can see the ships like coming into the harbor, like it's almost here. And like, you know, it's like we're kind of having to like make room for it. And that's what this death is all about. Like we're like purging what isn't serving us to make room for what we're manifesting, because it's like clearly on the horizon. So there was a reading, I feel like recently, about something about purging and something. I'll look for it and try to post it there. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go to the Transient Light Tarot. I really like this tarot. I just got it, and I don't know why. I really like the messages that I'm getting with this deck. So, yay. Yay for that. Okay. Let's shuffle this up and see what flops out. But yeah, I hope you're having a good holiday. Like, My aim is to try to make mine as mellow as humanly possible. I've done all this work, you know, so it's just like I just want to sit and watch everything change and shift through the window, you know. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting because we have this blue in this deck as well. So it's interesting that that's like a theme that's really coming through. Okay, 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 okay. All right. And take one more. All right. So at the bottom we have 3 of coins. So this is like, sort of like, it's like coming together and building like partnerships for a new foundation, which, you know, that's a theme that's been coming through a lot. We have the Champion of Wands, which I believe this is kind of like the Knight of Wands in this deck. Let me just look real quick. Yep, it's the Knight of Wands. And it has a blackbird. It's like, when the moment is right, we must fly. They must harness their passion without being overcome by zealous energy. This buildup of energy, whether it's joy or anger, needs direction to be effective. Interesting. So it's like a bold move. It's like, but it's interesting because, well, I'm just going to show you all the cards. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Fool. So like, and then we have the Keeper of Swords. So this is really interesting artwork because we have this key with this butterfly, like this transformation. But right now, it's like, it's almost like this transformation is being blocked, you know, because the Two of Swords is like, almost like you're kind of in denial, or you're blocking something, or it's just like the doors haven't opened yet. It's just sort of like we have our guard up, you know, but the potential, you can see this potential here, you know, there's the key to unlock this transformation is there, but it's sort of like being blocked. So what's interesting is we have this new foundation underlying the whole reading, and then we have the Knight of Wands, the Wheel, and the Fool. So to me, this is just like, it's like we have the arrow, right? And what I'm getting with this, because this is like, just like so much potential here. We have this bold move. We have this total like, you know, upset of the apple cart. And then we have just this completely like unbridled new beginning, you know? But, so it's like that potential is there, but it's like we haven't released it. We haven't pulled the trigger yet. You know, it's like we're pulling the bow back. We have our intention. We know what it is, but we haven't let go. You know, like it's right there, but we're still holding on, you know. That's kind of what I'm getting. But like, you know, from these cards, what I'm getting is it's almost like, just chill. Like, you know, like, you'll know when the moment is right to pull the trigger, but like it's not here yet. Like it's just like, just chill, just relax, like, and just like let things evolve around you until the moment comes, and you'll know when it is, you know. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's just like, oh my gosh, you can see on the horizon that all the pieces are coming into place. So it's just sort of like, you're just waiting for your moment when things line up, when it's time to let go of the arrow. But it's like, we know it's about to happen, and we know we're gonna know when the right time is. So it's just like, it's just a matter of chilling out and being ready, you know? And basically, Oh my gosh. Okay, so at the bottom, we got Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Are you okay? We got Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. And we got the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. So this is really interesting because this Hunter has come out in the last 2 readings, which I think is significant. So it's just almost like, it's like you've got your, you know, and right now it's almost like you've aimed it like kind of where it's always been before, you know, but it's like, no, this time point it higher. Like set your goals higher, because it's, and like let her rip when it's time, because you're not going to go around the same cycle. Like you've already done all this work to heal whatever cycle that you came out of. So it's like you're kind of graduating to the next level. Like point, aim higher, you know? And like just chill out and wait, because your moment's about to come and you'll know when it's here. So it's a really interesting message. So I'll leave it there for now, and happy holidays.